Hey YouTube, Unknown Prepper here today to talk about a topic that I don't see talked about all that much, and that is going to be vintage rifles and pistols in an SHTF situation. One of the common things or common themes that I see a lot is YouTubers that have a lot of money will go out and buy a kitted out AR or AK and basically say if you don't have something like that you're going to die within the first 15 minutes. And I don't think that that's very true. While modern rifles do have a ton of advantages, I think if you understand that an older rifle is at a disadvantage, but you set your expectations correctly, that you can be very successful in one of those events with an older rifle. I have two on display here for you to look at today that I'm going to talk about. The top is an M1 Garand. This is one from the Korean War, and then below that I have a Hamilton rifle, which is a single shot breech action or break open 22 style rifle. So let's get into it. So like I said, the first thing that you want to understand is, setting the expectations with these older rifles. I'm not going to sit here and say that, having one of these, you're going to win a gunfight 100% of the time against something that's more modern. To tell the truth, in a gunfight, I would like a newer rifle if possible. But my point is, not everybody has the money to go out and buy a brand new expensive rifle with a bunch of attachments and scopes and all that kind of stuff. Some people are handed down rifles through their family. Unfortunately, these were not handed down to me, but I just wanted to use them as an example and show that you can still fight a good fight or hunt with these. So like I said, to start, this is a Hamilton rifle. It is a single shot 22, and you have to break it open every time that you want to load a shot, cock the hammer, pull the trigger. M1 Garand is a little bit different. M1 Garand uses these end block clips, which hold 8 rounds of 30-06, and they get loaded through the top, and then the bolt will come forward and lock them in. Now, some of the things that you want to think about when having one of these older rifles is the research that you're going to have to do. ARs are very simple. They're all over the place. There's a lot of information available about them online. These older ones, you're going to have to do a little bit more digging to get the information that you're looking for. One of the first things that I would research is the type of ammunition that you're going to be using in these. A lot of the older rifles cannot handle the newer ammunition that's being manufactured. Like I said, the M1 Garand uses a 30-06 round, but it can't use the standard 30-06 rounds that are being produced for modern sport rifles. It was never designed to take the pressures of the brand new style 30-06 rounds that are being produced. You want to do your research and see that there are rounds that are specifically made for the M1 Garand. If you put a brand new round in here, you could damage some of the components inside. I have seen people say that they've shot the newer rounds in their rifle and have had no damage, but I'm not going to take a chance with that. Same thing with this old 22 rifle. A lot of people would think to just throw a 22 LR round in here and fire the gun, but after doing some research, I realized that these cannot handle the pressures of the new rifle rounds as well, and you would have to use a special CB22 round in here. So like I said, both of these rifles would be perfectly okay in a firefight. Not ideal, but at the same time, you're still gonna destroy whatever target you're pointing these at with, with older rounds. Another thing that you're gonna want to think about is the fact that you're gonna have to train on these rifles using iron sights. These older rifles just don't really have the ability to attach scopes and different, grips and all kinds of stuff like that. You're not putting any type of thermal or laser or anything on these. They're just more old school. And during the day when you're hunting or, you get into a firefight, not to say that these, can't hurt somebody, but you're going to be at a slight disadvantage and you just have to take that into account. My next point would be magazines. This has an internal magazine which holds 8 rounds, and this is only going to hold 1 round because it doesn't have a magazine. My point is, if you go up against somebody that has a 10 or 30 round magazine, you're going to be at a disadvantage. Now again, having one of these rifles is far superior to having nothing. And this is going to go same thing with the older 1911 pistol. It's only going to hold 8 rounds of 45. It's just how the older weapons were. They didn't hold as many rounds, but they're still going to be very effective at destroying your target. And the last thing that I would say with these is you're going to need to just do more research and more training overall. The newer rifles do make it much easier to pick up the platform. They're more user-friendly, but these can be learned, and you can be very, very effective with these. Like I said, if you do get handed down a rifle, you may want to go to a gunsmith or a gun shop and have them look it over, check the barrel, the firing pin, and all the other actions to make sure that the rifle is safe to fire. When rifles sit over time, sometimes the barrel can corrode, and you just want to make sure that the rifle is safe before you begin to train with it. But my point is, if you don't have the money to go out and buy a brand new rifle and you're handed down a nice piece of history like these, don't be discouraged. If this is what you have, you make it work. And you just train on what you have, and you do the research to make what you have work in your situation. Tell me what you guys think. If you have anything to add down below. Like I said, obviously, in an ideal situation, you would have an AR just because they're a little bit more user-friendly, and there's more parts available for them. They're just more widely used. But if this is your situation, there is still hope. Like I said, drop down what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.